Blessings, South Dakota. Welcome to Dakota Life. Together with Arts South Dakota, we are headlining the artists at the 2022 South Dakota Arts Conference. An empowering voice in the Black Hills music culture can be found in singer-songwriter Sophia Beatty. A staple of the Northern Plains musical experience, Sophia expresses and transforms her gift of hearing colors into the composition of her original songs. Inspired by her faith in God, she motivates movements of artistic expression and seeks ways to raise funds for the poor. Dakota Life is overjoyed to welcome and introduce Sophia Beatty.
Many people told me when I started out it was going to be impossible and that I needed to go to school for music or get lessons. I've never had any training or anything. And so, and they always let me know, you could do it part-time, you could do it for fun, but you'll never be able to make a living off it, especially in Rapid City, South Dakota, right? Who thinks of that? But God just told me to keep pressing on and trust Him with it. And so, if God puts it on your heart, if you feel like it's what you need to do, go for it. Around the time I was 19 or so, I was going to college to become a chemical engineer, and then I was going to take that degree and become a veterinarian. But I literally just heard God speaking to me, telling me that He wanted me to sing. And over again, I kept rejecting that idea because it was the last thing on my mind. I don't like being on stage, and music wasn't the thing I wanted to do. I wanted to do something, more science-based or mathematical. So yeah, I kind of ignored it for some time, and then there just came upon a time where I was like, I want your will, not mine. And so I surrendered it, and the right doors that needed to open opened, the ones that needed to close closed, and then I ended up making a living off of music, and now I'm here today.
What is synesthesia?
It's really hard to explain, but basically the kind I have is called chromesthesia, which means I can basically hear colors, is the short way to put it. So when I hear music, when I hear a sound, the first thing I think of, or what I see, sometimes it'll even affect what I'm actually seeing, is a color. And the same thing with letters and numbers. I've always just seen that growing up, and it's played a huge role in how I create my own music. And so, yeah. And I would say it came about actually not that long ago. I thought everybody thought this way. And then there was one point in time where I was telling someone, I'm like, this song is so purple. I couldn't find another way to describe it. I'm like, it's so bold and so purple. And they looked at me like I was crazy. Mm-hmm. And that's when I realized, after having some more conversations with other people, that it's not as common as I thought it was. Mm-hmm. So that's how I found out. And then when I go in and I write an original song, I will pick a couple colors and I'll just write what I hear. So I started also realizing that was weird, but it was really awesome because I could write these songs in 15 to 30 minutes so quickly because I would just know, okay, this word matches this color, and I mean, every detail of my song comes back to those few colors that I choose. So earlier today, I sang a song called Moody, and I just wrote it about a bad relationship I was in and how moody it was making me, not feeling like I was being heard, which I know a lot of people can relate to. And it's a darker sounding song, so the colors naturally are a little darker. It's like a forest green and then a brown color. Usually I don't write a lot of songs with brown in it, so all my songs will sound vastly different from that one just because it's got that extra color in there. But yeah, I love it. I think it really explains and expresses a period that wasn't so great. Mm-hmm. I actually started with country. I grew up on Hawaiian, Spanish, and country music. I didn't know what jazz was at all, but then I remember I did a talent show. I was kind of forced into it at the time, but I sang this song called Bubbly by Colby Calais. It's a cute little acoustic song. You would never think jazz if you listen to it, but she does this little scat part, in the bridge. And when I heard that, I was just curious. I was like, I want to know this. I want to find more music that does this. And then I found jazz, and it's wonderful. And then I saw that there was a lot of country already happening out here. Nothing wrong with it. I was just like, I want to add something that the Black Hills doesn't have. And I didn't see a lot of soul or jazz, so I decided to just start singing those, and now I do that all the time.
Thank you so much for your time today. I feel like we're a part of your history, you know, and the history of just such great music. So this is a staple right here, everyone. Okay. Follow her on her social media, continue to learn more about her, visit her website, sophiabeatty.com. I'm now your biggest fan.
Oh my gosh, I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to the Arts South Dakota for having us here today and for hosting this amazing event. Learn more about them at artsouthdakota.org. I love you. Mwah!